As we lean into cold and flu season, I want to share some information on this topic, helping support your health with immune system warfare. Welcome back to The Practical Edge. Today we're going to talk about something essential, something that you don't think about until you desperately need it. Your immune system. If you've ever felt like you're constantly fighting off whatever bug is going around, or everyone around you seems to be getting hit harder and harder with pathogens, sickness, illness, or if you've been through this stress and chaos of sickness running rampant through your house, you know how critical your health is. Today, I want to share some evidence-supported ways you can boost your body's resistance to maintain health through the changing of seasons. These are the tools that help you fight against illness before it even starts. Number one is movement and fuel. So exercise moderately to boost your immune support. We talk about exercise a lot, but immune system health is not about intense, exhaustive efforts as much as moderate exercise. What, you ask? Because moderate exercise activities boost your body's defense systems. It improves your metabolic health. It helps reduce your risk of illness. And exercise has proven anti-inflammatory effects while helping regulate your immune system's response, thus becoming more efficient at your immune response when pathogens do become present. The key takeaway here is consistency. Aim for regular, moderate intensity exercises like walking, cycling, or strength training to keep your immune system strong and vigilant. Number two is fueling your body with nutrient-dense food. So food isn't just fuel for performance, it's information for your immune system. Two key nutrients to focus on is going to be carbohydrates and polyphenols. Polyphenols are rich foods, berries, green tea, or even some dark chocolate. It does have to be dark chocolate, not just the pure milk sugar stuff. These can help reduce some inflammation and give your body an immune boost. But the real heavyweight champion here is protein. Protein is an absolute crucial thing to add into your nutrition. Protein can help adapt to malnutrition, which can lead to immunosuppression. Stop leaving things to guessing. I would generally suggest aiming for about 0.7 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. I personally aim for 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight to ensure that I'm at optimal immune support. And it is a high bar to set, but I set it as a non-negotiable for myself. Number three is prioritizing sleep. Now, I have historically had an entire podcast episode early on this topic, so I won't talk your ear off on it, but I do need to bring it up because if I was to focus on one thing out of this entire podcast, it's going to be this one. Lack of sleep impairs your immune response and your immune system, and just one night of poor sleep can weaken your immune response and make you more susceptible to illness. Your goal? 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Start tracking your sleep and making adjustments to avoid things like alcohol before bed. Your immune response is reduced by around 70% when we lose sleep even one night out of the week. Decreased testosterone for men and hormonal disruption for women as well. Impaired immune function, as already suggested. Poor emotional regulation and mood swings. Increased risk of Alzheimer's, stroke, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and depression. Even brain structure changes with chronic sleep loss. Regions literally shrink and the cognitive ability of decline takes place over time. You can't out-resource or ignore this. Prioritize your sleep if your health is important to you. And as alluded to already, limit alcohol consumption. This one's simple. Alcohol disrupts the balance between healthy gut bacteria and allowing harmful pathogens to flourish. Next goes hand in hand, staying hydrated. Hydration supports every system in your body. Dehydration weakens your body's mechanism for defenses. I know for myself, my goal generally is to drink 12 to 16 cups of water per day, but this also depends on your activity level. I will generally suggest starting your day with water and just make it a habit, make it a routine as one of the very first things that you do to start your day. It makes a difference. Next is considering something like a high-quality multivitamin. While food's always best, there's quality multivitamins that help fill that gap. Looking for key immune nutrition like vitamin A, C, D, E, and minerals like selenium and zinc. Personally, I take multivitamin along with some extra vitamin D, especially during the winter months when sunlight is limited, and it's almost like an easy insurance policy. 7 is stress management. Chronic stress is an immune system killer. It increases hormones that weaken your defenses, making you more susceptible to illness. And the good news is that the first 6 strategies, exercise, nutrition, sleep, are key ways to manage stress better. But also incorporate stress relieving activities like meditation, yoga, or deep breathing into your daily routine. As this episode is being shared, I'm currently offering a free stress management program where you can expect to hear from me each Thursday, and be sure to check the show notes at the bottom if you want to find the link to sign up. Again, it's free. And number 8, practice good hygiene. This one's simple, but very effective. Washing your hands regularly, especially after using something like the bathroom before eating. This is one of the easiest ways to prevent the spread of illness. It's your first line of defense. It's wild how often I will be in a restroom and I'll see guys walk out or rush out of a stall and beeline it straight for the bathroom door without washing their hands, not even looking at the sink. Then the next guy walks out grabbing that door. This might be gross, because it is. Wash your hands. Then use paper towel to open that door where possible, if you don't want some of that extra restroom seasoning added to your food. So I'll leave you on that. And to wrap up, let me share what I do personally to implement these strategies. As mentioned before, one of the very first things I do is when I wake up, I drink water first thing in the morning. I'll take my multivitamin, and then I might make my way towards a snack. I work out, usually again to start my day if possible, to keep my mind and my body healthy. I track my sleep and adjust my habits accordingly to hit usually around 7 up to 8 hours of sleep at night. That's just what my body adapts to well. And if I feel like I'm getting sick, I make sure that I do get my rest and I'm eating nutrient-dense foods. And the takeaways today is that your health is not a passive event. It's an active war against an infectious world, and you need to equip your defense systems. Look at those points made throughout this episode and choose one area, be it hydration, moderate exercise, or prioritizing sleep. And let's make intentional efforts towards improving that today. If you enjoyed the episode, I want to ask you to give it a positive review. Share it with family and friends, or even your worst enemies, to give support to the show. And as always, I want you to remember that your next level doesn't come from wishing. It comes from daily consistent action. Lean into discomfort and stay relentless. Average is optional. Growth is a choice, and the practical edge is where you sharpen that choice. So until next time, stay focused, stay driven, and keep leveling up.